Hello guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Arif Rizky Darmawan, student number 710141961. Today I will explain you about the understanding monopolistic competition market. Economists refer to the notion of a monopolistic competition market as an industry consisting of many companies competing with each other, but selling different products in some way or with certain characteristics. The definition of monopolistic competition can also be understood as a market structure that combines elements of a monopoly and competitive market. Basically, a monopolistic competitive market is a market with freedom of entry and exit, but the companies involved can distinguish their products with their own characteristics. The demand curve of each company, which is not elastic, allows the company to set prices. However, because there is freedom to enter, the company will try to rationalize the profits. This condition encourages more companies to enter the market, which leads to normal profits in the long run. The concept of monopolistic competition market can be more easily understood through the example of monopolistic competition market. One example is a restaurant. Restaurant market is a common market in various places. There are so many restaurants in each area. For example, in certain areas, we see one restaurant competing with other restaurants. One restaurant offers quality food, another restaurant offers cheap prices, another restaurant offers on-site facilities. In essence, restaurants sell the same product, namely food. However, there is product differentiation, which is a key element of the restaurant business, making it a monopolistic competition. Each restaurant has its own market prey with its own target consumers, according to the differentiating products offered. McDonald's is an example of a company involved in the monopolistic competition market in the restaurant sector. The highlight is the fast food service with a typical burger menu. This unique service and menu makes McDonald's have loyal customers who are willing to pay dearly for the products sold. In the restaurant business, McDonald's still has to compete with KFC, which offers excellence on its crispy chicken menu. So do other competitors in narrower product offerings such as Burger King. With a distinctive product, each company has a mini-monopoly on the style or taste or particular brand name of the product. However, companies that produce these products must also compete with the style and taste or brand names of other similar products. Basically, the market concept of monopolistic competition is a combination of small-scale monopoly and intense competition.
Hi guys, I'm Rizky Hermawan Wibisono. I will continue the discussion on monopolistic market. So, today I will explain the characteristic of a monopolistic market and the advantage and disadvantage of a monopolistic market. Okay, so first we will discuss the characteristic of monopolistic market. There are several characteristics of the monopolistic market. The first, monopolistic market has a very large number of producers. Because of the large number of producers, each producer has a relatively small market share. This makes producers have limited power to determine their price because the price determined in this market are the average price of products from other producers. In addition, due to the large number of producers in the monopolistic market, the practice of collusion or several producers make agreements to raise market price will be difficult because of the difficulty in coordination between producers. Second, there is product differentiation. Product differentiation is when a manufacturer products that are slightly different but similar to competitors' products. As an example, Adidas, Nike, Skechers, Fila and Puma both produce running shoes, but each of their products has its own characteristic. In a monopolistic market, when the price of one producer rises while the price of product from another producer remains constant, then the demand for these products will decrease. For example, when Adidas raises the price of his running shoes, but Nike, Skechers, Fila and Puma don't, then the consumer will switch to buy a something that product. Differentiation of the product itself can be done in terms of product characteristic and in terms of product quality. Third, each producer competes in terms of quality, price, and how to market their products. Because products on the monopolistic market tend to be similar, the producer will compete in terms of quality, price, and how to market their respective products. Manufacturers will compete to improve the quality of their product, such as through the design of their product or service provided to consumer. When the product being produced in high quality, the manufacturer can give a high price for the product. Producer must also do the right marketing tricks, such as making packaging more luxurious and providing incentives such as bonus for other products, or through advertisement stating that their products are better than other similar products. Fourth, producers are free to exit and enter the market. Free entry and exit of the market in question is not obstacle for new producers who want to sell their products in the market or old products who want to get out of the market. So, those were some of the characteristics of the monopolistic market. Okay, next we will discuss the advantage and disadvantage of the monopolistic market. The advantage of the first monopolistic market is the large number of producers in the market so that consumers have many alternative products. If a product that is commonly purchased by consumer is not available, consumer can easily choose similar products from different manufacturers. In addition, consumer can determine product choices according to their utility. Second, producer can be free to enter the market because there are no significant obstacles or no barriers to entry. Third, there are many innovations that can be carried out, starting from the production process or developing new ways to attract consumers. Furthermore, the weakness of the first monopolistic market are the number of producers in the market makes intense competition. In a monopolistic market, several large companies will have a dominant market share. Then the rest is held by many small companies. Second, because producers must always develop innovation in order to compete, innovation costs will arise which will ultimately be charged to consumer through product price. Third, the amount of competition cost that must be spent such as advertising and incentive. Sometimes some adverts are not a target so that it costs a large amount. Incentive costs, like other product bonus, will also incur additional costs. So that's all the explanation I can convey. Thank you. Bye.
Now, I want to explain pricing and output short-term in monopolistic competition. This is done to be able to determine the price and the amount of output that will be generated to be able to achieve maximum profit. For more information, you can look at the curve. The demand curve has a negative slope because monopolistic competition company produce differentiation product. While the demand curve is very elastic to price change because there are many substitution products that are close to that product. In the picture, because the demand curve facing a company has a negative and linear slope, then the marginal income curve is below the demand curve, which intersect the price axis at the same point and has an absolute slope of 2 times the demand curve. The base output is when MC equal to MR. When MR greater than MC, profit are enlarged by increasing output. And then when MR less than MC, total profit is added to the output reduction. The demand faced by company in monopolistic competition are a portion of the overall market demand. The maximum profit will be achieved if the company continue to produce up to the level of MC equal to MR. The company will earn above normal profit in the short term. If at its base output, if P greater than ETC, the company can be said to be profitable. If P equal to ETC, then the company break even. And then if P less than ETC, the company lose money.
Hello guys, my name is Veni Afriyani. In this session, I will continue to explain the material from my previous friends about monopolistic market. What I will discuss is a strategy or a way to increase demand in monopolistic market and economic influence. The first thing we will discuss is a strategy or a way to increase demand. The way that can be done is to increase product variation and selling expenses. Product variation equation is to make changes or modification in some of the characteristics of the product to make the product owned more attractive to consumers. The product variation can be done in terms of design or optimize the advantages of the products they have. Sales expenses are expenses incurred by the company to introduce or advertise its product so that it will encourage increased sales. This step is a milestone in the success in increasing the number of requests because promotion or advertising is a media of information and attractors so that people will know the specification of the product and are interested in buying our product. By doing both ways, the level of consumers' demand for our product will increase. Because consumers usually tend to be interested and have wanted to advertise their product, especially if the brand and product quality are guaranteed and trusted by many people. The second thing we will discuss is the economic influence of monopolistic competition. Many people are competing to improve quality and advertise their product in order to increase market demand. This has an impact on competition among companies in the struggle for consumers. As a result, consumers have to pay more for competition by the company to cover the profit targets of each company. Why? Why do consumers have to pay more? The answer is because consumers who expect higher quality product or brand will get higher price too. More popular and branded product will be priced more expensive. Price according to quality, right?
I will explain the difference between monopolistic market and perfectly competitive market. The first is monopoly market. The monopoly market is a market that has only one seller, so the buyer has no choice and the seller has a large influence on price change. In the monopoly market, there is only one company or seller. The goods traded on the monopoly market are unique or rare items. Then is monopolistic market. Monopolistic market is a market that has many producers selling similar goods, but their production goods have the characteristic features that distinguish them from one another. Monopolistic market have many producers. Goods traded on the monopolistic market have their own characteristic between companies, even though the goods are of the same type. And the last is perfect competition market. The perfect competition market is a market where there are many sellers and buyers. The goods traded are homogeneous goods or the same goods, and sellers do not have the freedom to determine price. The perfect competition market has very many companies or producers. The perfect competition market produce standard goods or homogeneous.